High net worth divorces are often more complex. There are more assets to be divided, for example. Now I'm trying to figure out how to divide a business, and you have 5 properties. Some of them are rentals. One of them is an Airbnb. Do we keep some of them? If I keep the one that's valued at X amount, then you should have these 2 because together they would equal the same. And there's just a lot of complex moving parts that we've got to put to paper and figuring out how to divide your assets in a complex divorce. So we're often asked to divide complex assets. I actually represented someone who was a World War II buff, and they had all of this memorabilia. And so we had to get an expert to assign values to all of this stuff, because obviously the person who wants to keep all this memorabilia has an interest in valuing it as little as possible. And an expert in the field might say that's actually worth a lot of money. And so when you have some unique assets, whether it's a coin collection, a World War II museum, or something that's just unique, art collection and stuff like that, we've got to get those valued so that we know how to properly divide them. People often ask, how is child support going to be impacted when they're in a high net worth divorce? Your child support is going to be capped. So the obligor that makes $110,000 is actually going to pay the same amount of child support if they have the same amount of kids as the obligor who makes $9 million, because it's capped at $9,200 a month of net resources. And so just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean that you're going to be paying more in child support. Sometimes the other side, though, will ask for a deviation in child support because your child has special needs. Now, all of a sudden, the amount that the legislator has said is an appropriate amount for just regular child support isn't appropriate for your child because they have these special needs. Special needs doesn't always mean that there is a disability. It could also be maybe my child's like an Olympic athlete and we need to go to Colorado for training or something like that. They just have this really unique skill. And we're asking the court to deviate from the regular base child support based on the needs of the child and the other parent's ability to pay a different amount. In high net worth cases, oftentimes people are concerned about spousal support and how that works. There is a cap on spousal support. And so if you are entitled to spousal support, that's the first hurdle that you get over. The court will decide how much is going to be paid in spousal support. And the court is going to cap it at $5,000 a month or 20% of the paying party's income, whichever is less. In summary, your spousal support can be up to $5,000 a month, but it won't be more than that. If you're wondering what to expect in a high net worth divorce, give us a call. We're happy to help.